Alright, this is going to be a test, let's play Secret of Evermore, and it's going to be done on a sort of a crappy webcam, so this is definitely not 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second is definitely not. It's definitely not in HD. Alright, so let's see. I've got quite a bit going on here. Let's see. Quite a bit. Let's see. Start a new game, I guess. And go ahead and let's see, we'll go with dreadbolt. And I have to apologize for the lack of commentary. Podunk, USA, Fall, 1965. I apologize for the lack of commentary because this would be my first Let's Play video, I guess. The Bijou of Theater is playing the adventure of Loxley, Al's Barbershop, Smithy Hardware. There's a sale, there's 50% off on some kind of item, so an experiment is about to conclude. We've got some, I mean, this is by far like one of the most, some of the most delicious visuals for action RPG for Super Nintendo. So my friends prepare to be a part of history. The twist of a knob here, and I flip of the switch here. Wait a minute, that's not right. 30 years later. The Lost Adventures of Bex. Alright, here we go. Here's our hero and his dog. What a classic. My favorite part was the battle with the slime beast in the toxic swamp. You could hardly tell that it was really a bunch of old tires and a garden hose. Where are you going, buddy? That's not the way home. Wait for me! Now where did you go? Now where did you go? The door is open. Better take a look inside. There you are. You know, I think that cat is long gone. Hey, where are you going? Yikes, watch out for that. Oops. Hey, look. A mummy, a chainsaw, and a balloon animal. This wall panel is kind of loose. Wow, I think we found some sort of secret entrance. Wow, this looks like when the PZS plasma drive and when consonants collide. I wonder if it works. Whoa! We should really get out of here before something goes terribly wrong. Hey, don't chew on those wires. It changes into a bunch of different dogs there. Oh man. What do we have here? An intruder, I fear. Oh, that was some blast. Who are you? That's not important. We've got to get you out of here. We can't have you meddling with the professor's experiments. Come on. Who's that, Carltron? Do we have a visitor? It's no one. No one at all. Continue with your work, Professor. After you. Now what? Alright. Well, this is a bit of a... It's by far, I really like the action RPG elements of this particular one. And I like the graphics on it. And unfortunately, I mean, I've tried to adjust the television, but I can't quite get it just right. Well, anyway, let's get our first item. It's a bazooka. Cool. Alright. Here's our first boss fight. This does not look good. Usually I'm not this... There we go, got one of them. Let's see. I'm gonna get the other guy. This isn't very difficult. Alright, we got it. Well, this looks like a way out. Is that you, buddy? I can't see very well. It's dark in here. Hey, I think this is some sort of futuristic escape pod. Oops, there goes the control pad. Now we're in a jungle of sorts. Whoa, that was some landing. You think the pod and the bazooka are shot. Where am I? Where's my dog? Here, buddy. Here, Puster. Where are you, bro? Wow, is that really you? You've changed. If you're really my dog, you'll fetch this stick. Okay, go get it. This isn't the stick, but it'll do. Come on, buddy. Let's have a look around. Alright. Here's where things get a little bit interesting, I guess. You can start looking around for things. The dog helping you to search for ingredients, but I kind of... This is definitely not a blind playthrough, because this is basically my number one favorite Super Nintendo game. Right, I'm going to go ahead and set the dog to search mode while I set myself on aggressive mode. Right, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of exploring here. Basically, I'm gonna let my attack charge back up, because gotta have my attack charge back up to 100%, sort of like a timer, so I can attack again. Now these mosquitoes, they're kind of hard to get a beat on. There we go, got him. Right, so yeah, I'm just gonna be looking around in the got a jungle going on here with all those hidden ingredients and stuff. Alright, and let's see, what else do we have? Alright, let's go ahead and continue on and see what we got. Alright. So, yeah. I'm going to go through. Let's see. The unfortunate side of this game is that it requires quite a bit of grinding, quite a bit of experience grinding, and in some cases money grinding. But then again, a lot of the grinding tends to happen in tandem. In fact, there's some things that actually progress in the process, while other things are progressing in the process. So, for instance, let's check the level of my bone crusher, which is my first weapon, and basically the number on the left is the number that the level is, and it can get up to level 3. And the number on the right is the number I need to get up so I can level it up. That's pretty much the experience point counter. And that's by far one of the grindiest part of the games. One of the grindiest parts of the game. Alright, I got some water. Let's see. Oh, I'm not doing so good. Did I pick up anything? Yes, I did pick up something. Alright, I'm going to have to be extra careful though, because I got myself kind of seated at an angle, so I'm not exactly certain of everything here. This is kind of an awkward setup that I have going on here, because I'm using my crappy webcam to film this, instead of using some kind of an emulator like every other Let's Player. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't necessarily have the best equipment, and so I just doing with what I have. I mean, even if it is a crappy webcam, I've been wanting to do like some kind of a Let's Play, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a Let's Play. And especially since it's basically my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time, which I don't know. I'm going to say it's my favorite, but basically looking at things objectively, it's probably not the best Super Nintendo game. I just have sentimentality. I guess that sentimentality bias of sorts. This is the one that's near and dear, I guess, even if it isn't necessarily the best one in the library. Alright. So yeah, so I'm gonna pretty much it starts out as a little bit of exploration, and I'm gonna be finding these ingredients, and they're going to play a very important role in the game later on. Alright. Now, I'm not going to be getting into this right away. There's going to be an important event that'll be triggered by me touching the leaf. There's a leaf in the middle right over there. Off to the off to the side, so I'm not going to bother going to the middle of this area, and I'm just basically going to go around the edge, see if I can, I'll hold on to you can press a button to get the dog to sniff for ingredients. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and avoid that leaf in the middle, because I don't want to bother with it yet. There's something I want to take care of first. Now this part might get a little bit rambly and a little bit boring. So I guess this is kind of, I
I guess this would be kind of where I kind of go off and ramble, maybe do a little bit of storytelling, talk about the game a little bit. Because right now I'm going to be going into a sort of a grinding session, but if you'd like to stick around, well then I guess, that's cool, I guess. Anyways, I'm going to basically go through and smack these, smack some more monsters, because when you enter an area and and then exit the area and enter the area again, and you get to respawn all the baddies. And after respawning the baddies, you get to fight. You get to grind for more experience. Right now, not only am I at level 2, I've also got the dog at level 2. So yeah, and also the dog has its own separate weapon thing operates pretty much the same system as the boy, the main protagonist. I guess the dog is sort of a co-protagonist, but the dog I guess kind of operates like a dog. It doesn't really turn into any kind of super sentient thing. Really, it's basically your canid companion throughout the adventure. Very effective canid companion, I'd say. Can sniff out basically the strangest of things, I guess. Because like some of the stuff you wouldn't think of it, because like he's gotta have like the strangest nose, being able to smell all manners of things. You wonder like how is this dog trained to smell all this strange stuff? Well, that's a bit of overthinking, I guess. Pretty much gonna be going through. So yeah, this is definitely a very, very grindy. So much grinding involved in this game, which is one of the game's pretty much maybe even the biggest drawback of the game, because it's just there's so much more things that you could be doing besides just going back and forth and fighting monsters and fighting monsters again and then fighting them again and again and again and again, when you could actually be progressing in the storyline. There's probably other RPGs out there that have achieved more of a balance, and even like playing a game like a RPG Maker, like for any of the systems, like balancing an RPG so you don't have to grind. You don't have to grind. You just have to implement strategies. That's seemingly a very difficult thing to do. A difficult thing to do, and it probably is only a few games that I think I know of that actually balances the game to where you can actually go through the story and just augment, just change your strategy accordingly if one strategy isn't working. But even then, I tend to go about grinding quite a bit to make things go by faster, pretty much. I guess. Well, for the purpose of Let's Plays. Anyways, so yeah, this video is pretty much gonna cut off, and then I'm pretty much going to keep on grinding and grinding. So have fun and happy gaming, players, and I'll see you in another video after I'm done grinding.